Okay, cornerback. Yesterday, Robert Saleh said they're having an all-out competition for that third cornerback spot, meaning not the nickel, but the first guy on the bench who would replace Lenore or Green outside. Who do you think that guy should be or will be?
It's rough. And it's funny. I should be able to answer this very, very definitively because we just watched this, right? We were in the end zone watching, the Niners without Renardo and without Lenore. So I would say Dallas Flowers. I mean, I was saying to you at practice, he came over from Indy with Gus Bradley. Bradley coached him in the secondary there. That right there is a ringing endorsement. But then if you look at Flowers, he's got really good measurables and he's got an NFL body. He's a journeyman. There's no question. He's a journeyman. He's been around the block a little bit. He's not, your first round or second round pick, but he does have a body for the game. He does have long arms, good speed, good strength, some experience. I would say Dallas Flowers to me. I mean, I know Trey Brown maybe is guaranteed $500,000 where Flowers is guaranteed nothing, but that's just contracts. I mean, based on what I've seen, Flowers looks better than Brown.
I do like Dallas. He's interesting because he's 6'1".
Got good speed,
4.43 speed, 6'9", 8'3" Like he's pretty much everything you want physically from a cornerback. He's 28 though, and he was undrafted in 2022. I guess he was an older player coming out of school, and he hasn't played that much football in the NFL. But I mean, still seems like he's one of these projects, like a Jake Brendel type, that the Niners could work out for him. He is interesting. You know who isn't though?
Who's that?
Trey Brown.
Yeah, I mean I just think
I'm out.
There's your baptism by fire. You think Cortland Sutton, you're going to stop Cortland Sutton and Mims and those guys when Denver rolls in with him. To me, he's not. I like Luter more. Luter's gotten burned even a lot, but I still like Luter more than I like Trey Brown. Trey Brown's just your quintessential journeyman corner.
Yeah. The one guy I like a lot is undrafted rookie Jacob Robinson. He isn't like shut down or anything, but he's breaking up. He's getting targeted a lot, and he's breaking up a lot of passes. He broke up a pass from Mac Jones that was intended for Jordan Watkins on 3rd and 9 today, and that moved the ball period. Watkins ran a curl. Robinson was all over him, broke it up. I don't know if he's as good as Dallas Flowers, but
no, but it's funny. I went with Flowers. You went with Robinson. If we put them on a chart and everybody could see all the options, we just took the two guys that can run.
Yep.
The two fastest guys. Robinson ran 4.36 and had 11 career picks at BYU. So,
how did he not get invited to the combine? I don't understand that. He looks like a good player.
He does. He's
a little small.
He's a little, he'll be better next year, right?
Yeah.
He'll be better next year when he
80-some pounds.
Yeah, when he puts on about 10 pounds. He's a little physically underdeveloped. He's a little underpowered, I bet you, against the run. I bet you he's not going to be a great hitter. But, he runs 4.36. And since you have guys in the league that do run in the 4.3s, it's nice to have corners on your team that can run with them. So he
can match up with Watkins, and Watkins is a good player who was a 4th round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who runs 4.37. And also, not only that, Jacob Robinson, the book on him was that he was undersized and kind of weak. But there's really nothing, for every play that he's made against the pass, it's not like this guy has shown examples where he's like, he's weak. He really hasn't. He looks strong enough, and he's definitely fast enough with good coverage skills.
Good call. See, Larry was a scout. I appreciate it. All right, let's do some more scouting, Larry. Swing tackle. It's important now because Colton McHivitz, we don't know. He wasn't there today.
Yeah.
Austin Pleasance, Spencer Burford, and the mythical Andre Dillard, who hasn't suited up yet.
It's amazing what practice was this today? 8?
9.
9. It's amazing what 9 practices, how much things can change in 9 practices. Okay, so coming into camp, anybody who's been watching me knows that I was just going crazy in the OTAs for Austin Pleasance. Because he looked amazing. He was big. He was fast. He looked like he'd been working out. He looked like he was going to just be monster. I'm sitting there going, this guy's going to start over Colton McKivitz. And then he showed up to camp, and he still looks like he's in good shape, but he is getting abused. He's getting worked by Bryce Huff. Went by him the other day, and he whiffed. He literally he lunged and he lunged at air, and Bryce just ducked underneath. He is struggling. He got bull rushed today by Sam O. So he can't anchor against bull rushers, even though he's 330. The moment, though, today that really opened my eyes was when the newest Niner, Jalen Allen, who was played in the UFL, who goes at 240 pounds, bull rushed Pleasance right into the lap of the quarterback. He's 340. He outweighs this guy by 100 pounds, and he got bull rushed by him 4 yards right into the lap of the quarterback. So Pleasance can't anchor. And then all the speed rushers, and a number of different ones, by the way, are beating him consistently in one-on-one. So Pleasance looked great in the OTAs, and he just looks equally bad. So now I don't know about him. Then you've got Burford, and I'll say it, man, I've seen Burford a bunch, and he had one good rep, and you can see everybody's rooting hard for Burford, and Trent's rooting hard for Burford. But if Burford is going to get Brock Purdy killed, because Burford is not quick enough, he doesn't have quick enough feet to beat offensive tackles. So his timing is either going to have to be absolutely impeccable, or he's going to jump off sides a bunch, or he's going to get left in his stance a bunch and Purdy's going to get killed. Either way, he doesn't look like he's an offensive tackle.
Which is why they moved him to guard in the first place.
Right. He just doesn't. I mean, he's at tackle. We're told he's a tackle, but he's not. I'm telling you, my eyes tell me he's not fast enough to play tackle. I think he gets absolute baptism by fire against Denver. And then the third guy is probably the best guy, right? That's Andre Dillard, former first-round pick. He was in Green Bay. I thought he was better in Green Bay than he was in Philly. Where is he? I have no idea. I've never seen him. He's not here. I don't see him on the side field. So, yeah, I think, I thought they were covered, with 3 really good prospects. Now I'm concerned that they don't have any on their roster.
This is why I'm concerned about the Niners, big picture. I know we're talking swing tackle, which is about as minute as it gets, but let's just zoom out very far. I feel like Andre Dillard is going to have to play some games this year, and that's not great because it's not going to be Burford. It's not going to be Pleasance as the next man up swing tackle when Trent Williams misses 2 games or however he misses. Or McKivitz. I think Dillard's going to have to play. Not great. I think Dallas Flowers is going to have to play some games.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be good, but not like they are. They're
thin.
Their depth is thin, and they're going to have some players on the field that are not really up to their standard at certain points.
Well, all I would say,
Russell Gage,
if I'm John Lynch, and I'm not telling John anything he doesn't know, but I would just remind everybody that this is a factor this year. If I was John Lynch, I would really take some of my college scouts that I would take some of my personnel in college. Only have so much manpower, but I would try to double down with all my personnel effort on the pro side to get a real good look at every team in the NFL so that you absolutely know at the cut down who the best players that are available are so that you can add them, because I think it's really going to be imperative that the Niners, at the shuffle, at the cut down, probably find themselves a player or 2 or 3 at some key positions, and there'll be competition for these guys. So they better do a really good job. I thought they did. I'll say this about Lynch and the guys. They did a really good job in the college effort. The draft is a very deep draft. The 49ers have 18 rookies in camp. Of the 18, like 16 or 17. I mean, a lot of them look really, really good. I think the rookie class looks good to me, but you're still thin. You got a lot of young players, and you're going to have to handicap that the rest of the pro personnel at the cut down and find the best players that get cut, because good players get cut in the NFL all the time. Find them and add them. And I think that's going to be a significant part of this year.
John Lynch said that they're going to be taking their lumps early in the season.
Yeah.
because of the young players. And maybe, although some of these young players are really impressive and might be pretty good early on, I think it's possible they could be taking lumps because of some of the veterans they signed who were supposed to be camp bodies or backups who may find themselves on the field. Andre Dillard, Dallas Flowers, Trey Brown, Richie Grant, Jason Pinnock, Ben Barsh, Luke Farrell, Greg Joseph, Thomas Morstead. Like, these guys are going to play. These guys are going to play this year, and we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Niner D line, I think, you're going to see some good things from West. I think you're going to see some good things from Collins, some good things from Williams. The question is, I would have is, how many snaps can they play?
Yeah.
What happens if they just get apps? I mean, Williams has not been asked to play that much. What happens if you get into a fourth quarter knockdown, drag out battle week 1 against Seattle and you need a couple of stops and you're leaning on guys who haven't played NFL football and they're playing deep into the fourth quarter? I mean, this is a huge challenge this preseason. They got to play their young guys enough to get them in shape to play week 1, but also not get them hurt in the first 3 weeks so you don't have them. So it's gonna be, they have to develop this roster a little bit this summer, and we're gonna find out if they can. ESPN Grant just said the Niners are the 3rd best coaching staff behind KC in Minnesota. They're gonna have to do some real coaching this year because there's so many young players.